next leader. Republican Congressman Greg Steube of Florida is a Foreign Affairs Committee member joining us to discuss how the death of al-Qaeda's leader could heighten the potential for violence. First of all, good morning. Second of all, what was your reaction to the State Department putting this bulletin out?
Well, I'm glad that we were able to take out the next leader of al-Qaeda. And it just goes to show you that when we left and departed Afghanistan and the botched withdrawal that the Biden administration had, that it opened up al-Qaeda, another terrorist network, to operate in Afghanistan. He was operating openly. Our operatives knew exactly where he was, allegedly, and were able to take him out with pretty ease using a drone. So they knew where he was because he was operating openly there. Al-Qaeda's working with the Taliban there in Afghanistan, and that's just not good for the American security interests in the region or worldwide.
Do you think that it's to the level, though, where people should fear, Americans should fear if they travel outside the U.S.?
I don't think any American should fear. I think we should do what we need to do and lay on the fact that we have good intelligence agencies and good defense agencies that have good intelligence reports that if there is a threat to the homeland or there is a threat to one of our bases, we would obviously have heads up on that and know that something like that's coming. I feel significantly secure in the fact that they're there in Afghanistan, and if they're going to come out of Afghanistan or operate somewhere else in the world or in the United States, we certainly would have a heads up on that.
I know that you've made public some of your thoughts about the Biden administration's handling of counterterrorism, including the fact that there were no American assets on the ground there since we pulled out, and then also you would like the Biden administration to schedule a classified briefing for members of the House Foreign Affairs Committee following this strike. What do you hope will be achieved?
Yeah, I sit on the Foreign Affairs Committee. I'm a service member, former service member, a veteran. I served in Operation Iraqi Freedom. Congress has been given no information of what has been operating in Afghanistan. Now that this has occurred after the botched withdrawal, $80 billion worth of our taxpayer dollars military equipment was left to the hands of the Taliban. We still have Americans, as we sit here, you and I talking, that are stuck in Afghanistan. What are the plans of the administration to get them out? None of that information has been conveyed to Congress. We could have a classified setting if it needs to be a classified briefing, and I call on the administration to brief lawmakers, especially those that are on armed services and foreign affairs, as to what's really happening in Afghanistan because of the botched withdrawal of this Biden administration.
We really appreciate your time, Congressman Steube. Thank you for being with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.